of Privacy album. One fan tweeted, Cardi, drop the effing album already. And the Bronx native replied, suck my D.
No, she did.
Yes,
Oh,
she
Cardi.
did.
Cardi, I love Cardi. She just don't care.
So Cardi B is now officially off Twitter because she will not be bullied or pressured to release any new music.
I understand. Listen here. She can take her time. Y'all don't rush her. She put it out when she feel like putting it out.
Well, Cardi B became a famous star because, especially
I love
internet,
Cardi.
especially an internet star because of her reckless mouth.
Right.
So my whole thing is, and now I guess it's catching up to her where she's shutting down her accounts. And again, it goes back to, I know we live in the days of social media. I get it. And I know that for 90% of us, it's identifiable to our life, and all of us. And I understand the fact that that's why, like, when you go up there and you start typing reckless and you just don't have any discipline, like Cardi, it could backfire on you. I think most folks, it would be safe to say that Cardi B doesn't have a lame social media page because she's very entertaining. But even for her, it's too much to bear, and she has to shut down her account. Of course, saying suck my D and all that.
Crazy,
that's
reckless.
She was doing good for a while, but not
reckless.
entertaining the foolishness.
That's very reckless for her to do, but it's Cardi. It's who she is, and
Right.
now you shut down your page on Twitter, and it's just unbelievable. You already how many followers is she has? Got about 1 billion followers.
Yeah,
This is
it's a lot.
too much for you to bear, young lady. Just take pictures of the kids at the pool, and take pictures of your best life, and take pictures of something that's not controversial, just for 5 minutes, and turn off your comments. Stop fighting. You can't fight with the
Sean,
internet.
I'm cracking up because it's like they just want music. Like she went left. It's like we just want more music, Cardi. That's what we want.
You don't get no. She got hits out there. She's not motivated to make music right now. The woman, how much is she worth?
She's doing TV stuff.
She's
Like,
working.
she acting.
She doesn't have to do.
Right now. Give her a minute, y'all.
She'll
tired.
She'll drop a song when she's ready to.
Right.
She on her Rihanna
just
itch
listen,
right now.
Just listen
Right.
to.
She's trying to become a mogul.
Just listen to her songs with the songs that are played already, and you'll wait for that. But just to go off like that on the
She's worth
fans,
24 million.
24 million. She doesn't have to work another day in her life. You know what I'm saying? So she's good, but calm down, Cardi fans. She come out with a song, and Cardi, stop being disrespectful to the people who who have love for you.
Right.
That's what are you doing? These are your fans. But these guys, they
But
live in a whole
sometimes
different.
fans can get out of line and they need to be checked.
Yeah, well, why? Why would they need to be
That's
taxed?
the
It's
question.
part of
You
your.
ain't going to disrespect them. No, I ain't talking about. And
She
just saying.
They just said.
Some of them get out of line because I follow Cardi, and some of them fans be trying to come.
Yeah,
for her.
because
I'm
she-
like, ooh,
because-
child, let me be out of cuss it out.
Because she won't turn her comments off. You have the ability to turn your comments off. Just post a comment and like last week when Will Smith did his apology on Instagram. He cut his comments. He cut them off, then he put them back on. You have the option
left 'em off.
You have the option to cut your comments off. What are you fighting with these people for? You're upsetting yourself. You're worth $24 million. You got hit songs and everybody loves you.
I'm looking for her on IG. She's not on IG either.
She's done.
She's
done.
done.
She IG
Yeah,
as
because
well.
She does that every now and again. She'll put it back.
Yeah,
in a
because the
couple
other day she talked down to the autistic children of the world.
What she do?
I think I missed that one.
Yeah, she
Right,
she said, "Don't put autism on my child" or whatever. And
Oh,
she-
no. It wasn't about the. I remember that. No, because somebody was saying that because she haven't shown her son yet publicly. Oh, he must be autistic or something must be wrong
People
with him.
are so
That's
cruel.
what they said to her. So the
yeah,
people
then she
defending
said,
that.
"Don't put autistic on my son."
Yeah, well, that's not talking about the bad people. She's just saying people don't wish that bad karma on my kid.
and that's what got
That's it.
and that's what got it in heat with the autistic
How can you
community.
be in heat by telling somebody don't wish bad on your kid?
Because
people so daggone sensitive nowadays.
It's really hard to say something like that because how would you feel about people who have autism? It's hard to
That's
say
them.
that to say to someone else, don't put that on my child. What about, there's a whole community of people. That's what I'm saying. Like,
makes no sense.
Cardi, you got to think before you talk. Like, there's a lot of autistic kids out
But
here.
there was nothing wrong with her saying, don't wish that on my. That's like somebody saying, oh, I hope you die. Don't wish that on me.
Yeah,
That's all she's saying.
but again, when you have responsibilities,
the world is too daggone sensitive
when you
nowadays.
have
Put your
responsibilities,
big girl panties on, y'all.
no, hear me out. When you got responsibilities and you have sponsors paying for you to live, and you have all these all-American products that's paying you money, you gotta watch what you say. You gotta be held accountable. So Cardi, you can't get a check from Fruit Loops and then disrespect the autistic kids that is eating the cereal just to
Shawn,
minimize
how
it.
is her saying that disrespectful to people who has autism? How? She ain't say nothing negative about the people who have autism.
It's a negative connotation. You can't say, like, just like you said. I wish you die. Yeah, you could say that, but it's still in a sense is a disrespect.
I don't agree with that.
I don't at all.
Well, if Kellogg's was cutting you a check for $10 million, and you said don't put that on the autism folks, and the Kellogg's people call you and said don't ever say that again, you gonna say it again?
Well, I'm not gonna jeopardize my
Well,
coin.
not
Exactly.
the coin.
Stupid.
Exactly.
Coin.
But I'm gonna also let them know I didn't say anything. I'm gonna defend my actions.
Well,
They're gonna hear what I gotta say, of course.
Let's see, yeah, you can't say. I'm telling you can't say these things about
Sure.
these autistic folks. Go ahead.
On YouTube, Lindsay Blair, hey, shout out to YouTube people. Lindsay Blair agreed with your comment. She said, people are nuts. That's a simple, don't wish a development disability on my kid.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
sweet.
she's saying like don't wish that on my son because I didn't show y'all my kid. Something gotta be wrong.
Yeah,
with him. Come
but
on.
again, then why is she catching heat for it?
Because people stupid. And
No, it's
People
not
are
that. It's
sensitive. We
because-
live in a
she's
hypersensitive
sensitive
world.
to every
People are
single
very
thing
sensitive.
someone
Yeah, but
says.
you can't say that when you're getting corporate money from people. There's a level of responsibility that some of these entertainers they got these contracts, they got these clauses in their
No,
contract.
I get that.
They
Definitely,
can't
there is
say
always
certain
a
things.
level of
Hear me out,
responsibility.
hear me out,
But
hear
that
me
part
out,
right there, she
hear me
said
out.
nothing wrong.
Hear me out. There's certain things you can't say, certain things you can't type. You got to think bigger than that. And Cardi's not doing that. That's why she's catching heat. Why you think she's all her YouTube's down? I mean, her Instagram is
I think
down,
Instagram
Her
is-
Twitter's
and her
going.
Twitter's down.
Yeah.
Why is that? Because she's catching too much heat.
I
Go
think
ahead.
she just don't want to be bothered with these
Right.
people.
Cardi,
She tired of
stand
them.
your ground, girl.
She
I'm
tired.
with you.
Well, Cardi, stand
Stand your
your ground
ground.
and lose your money. Go
You
ahead.
ain't gonna lose your coin.
She's going to use a
People
lot.
love you too much.
A lot of people are not going to sponsor. I mean, she can make money without the sponsors, of course, but she's going to lose a lot of sponsorship, just like Will Smith. Go ahead.
Well, that was different. He slapped.
Well, but Cardi says something weird with the autistic folks. So you got to be careful what you say when you're at this level. I know it's easy to say what you want, say what's on your mind, but there's a lot. Her words mean a lot. Her words get her paid. Go ahead.
We're gonna switch gears a little bit, go to today in history, and
And then we're going to take a break and shout out to
yep.
them.
And really quick, because I gotta say it for my husband, because he's a WWF fan. April 7th, 1986, WrestleMania 2 was held at 3 locations simultaneously. Hulk Hogan beat King Kong Bundy, and Mr. T beat Roddy Piper. And that today in history tidbit came from Michael Dixon, because he loves WWE. So I had to do some research, and it really happened.
Well,
April 7th, 1986. He was so excited.
Well, we're going to take a break. April 7th, 1986. Oh, God. Now, listen, I go back. Is he in the chat room? I
Yes,
mean, listen,
well,
I go.
he was.
I go back. Is the chat room back up?
Yeah, now it's back up.
I go back to the wrestling days, back to the Bruno Sammartinos and Bob Backlunds.
So does he all
and
the time.
SW Special Delivery Jones and Chief Wahoo McDaniels and all these guys. And I remember the first WrestleMania. And all the I was with that movement, Miss Meek. I did WrestleMania 1, 2, and 3, and then I was out of there.
Oh my goodness.
I grew out of wrestling. No disrespect to the folks that are
Right.
still watching
little
wrestling.
repetitive
I'm
after a
not mad at you. I'm not mad at you at all. But that's good to know that in this day in history, they had WrestleMania 2 in 2 different locations, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Simultaneously. 3 locations. It was 3 locations. Yeah.
Simultaneously. All right, we'll be right back. We'll be back in 30 seconds, guys. Don't go nowhere. We're going to shout out to them. All right, we back 17 minutes after. I hope you guys put number 1 in chat room. Please join the show. Put in number 2 if you're not. Show note: we won't be here tomorrow. We'll be back next week. I got to go to Delaware for the weekend. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna show you guys some love in the chat room. Because without you guys, we wouldn't be here. Barbie, are they in the room? Did the thing open up again?
Yeah, this one opened back up.
All right, so there you go.
Took a few tries, but it's here.
We're back online. I got some very interesting news about our social media broadcasting next week. This whole situation is going to change. So I'll keep you guys updated, and we appreciate you. So put the hearts in the chat room. We truly appreciate you guys. We want to show you guys some love because without you guys, we wouldn't be here. So, yeah, there you go.
Where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room.
Hey, where the hearts at? Miko, let's go.
Turn down for what?
Hey, where the hearts at?
Where the hearts at? Or where the hearts
Turn down for what?
Hey, where the hearts at?
Where the hearts at?
Or where the hearts
Turn down for what?
Hey, where the hearts at?
Where the hearts at?
Or where the hearts
Turn down for what?
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 For
Turn
what?
down for what?
All right, one more time, guys. Want to show you. Keep those hearts coming.
Where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room.
Hey, where the hearts at?
Let's go.
Turn down for what?
Hey, where the hearts at? Where the hearts at? Or where the hearts at?
Turn down for what?
Hey, where the hearts at? Where the hearts at? Or where the hearts
Turn down for what?
Hey, where the hearts at? Where the hearts at? Or where the hearts
Turn down for what?
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 For
Turn
what?
down for what?
For what?
Hey, hey, oh. Shout out to Younger Nut. What's up, Younger Nut? Good morning.
Morning.
Audrey A. Johnson is in the building. What's up, Audrey? Good morning to you. Thank you, WM Dixon, for the stars. We appreciate you guys for giving your stars.
Yes.
Shout out to Shamika Love. Hey, girl, hey.
Hi,
Good
Shamika.
morning.
God bless.
Kwani Kwan in the building. What's up, Kwani Kwan? Hey,
When
girl.
Quan is in the house, she's cooling out without doubt. That's Quan.
Kwan.
Hey, Q.
Shout out to Randy Montgomery. Hey, Randy. Good morning.
Randy, I'm going to reach out to you after the show.
Vanetta George is here. What's up, girl? Hey, girl. Hey. Princess Cox. Good morning, Mr. Robinson. What's up, Princess?
Princess.
Mike Dixon is in the building. What's up, Mike? Good morning to
love
you.
WWE. Mike, are you still? You used to call it the WWF.
Is it still on?
They used to call it the WWF.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
It turned to entertainment.
What happened was there was a small organization of pandas. I think it was a panda organization. I might want to research that. That had the name WWF. And the Vince McMahon, the powerful Vince McMahon, couldn't get the name WWF anymore. And they took it to court. And the most powerful man in wrestling, Vince McMahon, Mike will tell you.
You're absolutely right.
Of course, come on.
But this just happened in May 2002.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Y'all be yelling. I'm sitting here while y'all yelling. I know it's right.
Yep.
I'm always right.
Oh, whatever, Sean.
So
Not
what happened was, while y'all up here yelling, now what happened, the organization didn't yield to the name.
Mm-hmm.
Vince McMahon's throwing everything. Vince McMahon was throwing everything at these folks except for the kitchen sink.
Yeah.
And if they said no, and that's how the WWE came about.
Yep.
Continue.
I mean, it was more entertainment than wrestling anyway. So
Definitely.
Yeah, but they was
even from the get go.
yeah, but it was called. It had a dope name. It was called the It was called the World Wrestling Federation. So that was dope too. The
Right, it was
WWF.
Right.
But then he changed it to the WWE, and that's how that came about. Guys.
Yeah. Shout out to John Greer. Hey, John. Good morning. You still being petty out these streets, John?
Yeah, John. Yeah, and listen, I'm saluting you, bro, because
John has evolved.
I hope so.
You were so honest, and that's what I'm talking about on this show. And thank you, brother.
Shout out to Kathy Garrison. What's up, Kathy? Good morning to you.
Mother's Day, Kathy, come out.
Yes. Don't forget Iron Mule. Get them tickets. Holla at me, Sean. Let me go. Darren Taylor is in the building. What's up, Darren? Good morning to you.
God bless.
Shout out to Bernadette Wilson. Hey, Bernadette. Good morning.
God bless you.
Marcus, Mr. One Emoji Johnson is here. Good morning, Marcus.
Hey, Marcus.
Shout out to Sonia Murray. Hey, girl. Hey. Lakeisha Berglund is in the building. What's up, Lakeisha? Nathaniel Jones is here. Hey, Nathaniel. Clinton White is in the building. What's up, Clinton? Good morning to
Hey,
you.
Mr. Clinton.
What's up,
Shout
Clinton?
out to Sean Williams. Hey, Sean. Good morning.
God bless.
Yes, God bless. Elisha Cornelius is here. What's up, girl?
Hey, Alicia.
Good morning to you. Shout out to Shahid Johnson. Good morning, Shahid.
That's my guy.
Yep. Natalie Wright is here. What's up, Natalie? All right. Hey, girl. Hey. The Godfather Solo Tracy Ray's in the building. What's up, Tracy? Johnny Whipple is here. Hey, Johnny. Good morning. D-Lo is in the building. What's up, girl? Shout out to Danielle Williams. Hey, D.
Hey, Danielle.
W.M. Dixon's in the building. What's up, cousin? See you on Saturday. Next Saturday. Yeah. Kareem Williams is in the building. And Kareem, I hope you have a speedy recovery. And I'm glad, God ain't take you up out of here. It ain't your time yet.
What's wrong with him?
He was in the hospital. He said he had a hole in his bladder, and he was almost a goner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so he
prayers
Yeah,
he
prayers
got to
up,
get
bro.
surgery on his
For
colon
real.
or something like that. He was saying.
Oh, okay.
So prayers up. Y'all put the prayer emojis in the chat room for Kareem. Shout out to Nicole Harris. Hey, Nicole. Good morning.
Speedy recovery, brother.
Yes, speedy recovery. Shout out to DJ Cadillac Kid. Hey, Cadillac Kid. Good morning.
Cadillac, call me after the show. My fault, bro. You already know, man. I know you called me, and there's a lot going on. So call me after the show. Call me at 9:30, brother.
He ain't gonna answer the phone.
I am gonna answer the phone. Call me. I'll be right here at 9:30. I got a meeting here at 9 o'clock. Call me after the show, bro.
Shout out to Anisha Higgs. Hey, girl. Good morning. LaShawn Oliver. Hey, bestie. Well, good morning to you. And
God bless.
thank you again for my mug, girl. I love it. Shout out to Jess B. Good morning, Jess. How are you this morning? Are you guys sharing the show? Share the show, okay? Shout out to Lynette Net Serrano. Hey, girl, hey. And here is your tea, Net. Good morning to you.
God bless.
Yes, and Derek Evans just popped in the building. What's up, Derek? Good morning.
Hey, Derek.
Those are all the names that I have seen. If you are in the chat room, you want to get shouted out. What's this? Oh,
YouTube.
YouTube.
Shout out YouTube.
Shout out to all our listeners on YouTube. Lindsay Blair is in the building. Hey, girl, hey. Oh, Auntie Danielle, that's you, girl. You want what you multitasking on both apps? Hey, girl.
That's what's up.
Mango Salade is here. Hey, that's Princess.
Princess, what kind of YouTube name is that, Princess?
Mango Salade.
Princess is a mess.
I thought that's Princess. Anyway, if you guys want to get shouted out, come on in the chat room and say hello. He went over there because the Facebook help.
Princess is a
he
mess.
went down.
Mongo Slade. What does that even mean, Princess?
Well, we truly appreciate you. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in Monday through Friday. Please like and share the Shawn Harvey One Show feature regular thing. We're going to take a 30-second break, and we'll get into some front page news. And I think that's what we're going to do. So we'll be right back in 30 seconds. Not even that long. I'm gonna keep the mics on. It's not even going to be that long. So we'll be right back.
DJ Young and If he ain't playing.
All right, we're back 26 minutes after the hour. Welcome back, Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Wake Up Team, Miss Miko and Barbi Cologne, where you get your morning start. All right, so what we do is going to get into some, checking out today. We're going to get into some news. We're going to get into the things that we do here each and every day. So, and thanks for the shout outs, Barbi. Appreciate you. All right, Miss Miko, what's going on in the news?
Give me a second, Shawn. I'm just pulling it up.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
Put a pause and pull up.
Put a pause and pull
Well,
up.
she ain't got a pause. She good.
Oh, yeah.
So there was a Florida ride where a teen fell to his death is in serious danger to public health. So last week, apparently, the Florida amusement park ride where a teen fell to his death last month in an immediate serious. Wait, I'm sorry, guys. My eyes are going crazy. The Florida amusement park ride where a teen fell to his death last month is an immediate serious danger to public health, state officials said in ordered the ride to close at the park. The order from the State Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services, which was released on Monday to the public, formally closed the Free Fall Park ride on March 25th, the day after the incident occurred at the Icon Park in Orlando. Tyra Sampson, a 14-year-old boy from Missouri, slid out of his seat and fell to his death while the drop tower ride plunged in front of horrified onlookers. The order of closing the ride said the free fall is considered an immediate serious danger to public health, safety, and welfare and may not be operated until it passed an inspection. This is horrible. Sad.
Yeah,
news.
right.
Well,
Oh my
we
God.
reported on this story last week.
Yeah.
And before we go on to the next story, of course they're gonna shut the ride down. I mean, they're not gonna. It's not gonna be business as usual. What they need to do is just dismantle this whole ride. And also, I said that this was negligence and it's also criminal.
Yeah.
Because the folks they knew that this guy. First of all, he is over 400 pounds.
300 pounds.
And well, add on another 100. And then he was trying to get on every ride. It was just weird to me that he was trying his best to get on all these rides, knowing that he didn't meet the weight requirements. Shout out to my 300, 400 pounders out there. Live your best life. I'm not mad at you. But he finally achieved his endeavor, and he got on this ride. We saw the video. We talked about this, and the harness couldn't even lock the harness in.
Right.
To this boy, and then the thing went up 200 feet up in the air, came down very violently, and then it just threw him right out of the seat, and he just died instantly. We all saw it on the video. This is negligence, and this is criminal. So of course they are going to shut the ride down. There'll be no more of that, and I think moving forward, Jesus Christ, why don't they put some
weight
like
requirements?
some kind of
They do have,
some
but the
kind
operator didn't abide by it.
what they should put some kind of like inflated barriers on the floors. I don't know. That's
You said inflated barriers, Shawn?
something because he hit the concrete, hit the ground. Like I'm just saying,
flew out that chair.
maybe they should be, and
It was horrible.
maybe some of these rides need some kind of protective, inflatable kind of barriers, so when your punk ass is slung out of your seat, maybe there might be some kind of chance that you can survive. I don't know. But it's unfortunate what happened. Our condolences go out to this young man. This is criminal. This is negligence. But most importantly, yes, shut the ride down. I say dismantle the ride.
Absolutely.
Just get rid of the ride.
Yeah, just get rid of it.
Because that's what everybody's going to think. Sort of like when they see Will Smith, the smack, they're going to look at that ride and they're going to say this is where the big boy died. Well, maybe some people, because some people don't give a damn. And put signs, or a lot of signage, like soon as you get in the parking lot. If your big ass is over 250 pounds, you can't get on these rides.
Shut
Put
up,
it on there.
Shawn.
If you're over
But
200
they do
pounds,
have signs up.
that's why it's criminal.
Ridiculous. Right, exactly.
That's why it's criminal, because they allowed this guy to still get on
Knowing
the
he was too
ride.
big.
So some of these teenagers or older folks, and age has nothing to do with it, they look at these people and they go, just put them on, forget it. I got to get out of here. Everybody got their own life to live, knowing damn well whoever strapped them in, you knew you wasn't supposed to strap that guy
Right.
in.
He couldn't even close
and
it.
they couldn't even close. You knew that, and that's why it's become a criminal act. They need to be sued, for the death of this 14-year-old boy tragically on this accident, and the parents there's some accountability with the parents, because where were they? You know damn well your son is 300 pounds. You should have been like
He was on
Curtis.
vacation with his friend's family.
Well,
Could you
then the
imagine
friend,
having to go
then,
home without that boy?
then the friend's family. That's going to fracture their relationship
I'm
with the
sure.
parents,
I'm sure.
because that's going to be a valid question. Like, where were you guys, and why didn't you stop? Sometimes it's why people don't want to watch other people's kids, because of reasons like this. It's a tragic ending.
Yeah, it's
But
crazy.
this is, I mean, I don't know. If it was me and my child weighed 400 pounds, 350 pounds, let's clock him in at 379. Let's clock him in at a robust 379.
Not robust.
And my homie and his wife was watching my robust son at 379. And then I get the phone call that my 379 son crash land in front of some ride and died. And it's gonna be horrific. And I'm like, what happened? Why wasn't you guys watching my kid?
Yeah, that's
So
the question.
I don't
that
think,
right there.
I don't think that, and some people are forgiving like that, and God bless. I am forgiving as well to certain points in certain situations. Would I forgive the parents that was watching that was there when my 379-pound robust son got killed? For me, I would forgive. I would forgive them for that. And I'm going to sue these people, and we're going to move on. So, Miko, I ask you, would you, if you're 300-pound robust, no, Barbi, let me ask first. If your 300-pound robust son was being attended by two other parents, and he crash land on this Fun World land or whatever ride it was, and died, would you forgive the parents?
I will forgive them, because at that age, my son knew better.
Right, Tamiko, your 383 robust son with the big cheeks.
830.
We're gonna add another 4 pounds to your son.
Why does that gotta be extra big?
Your robust, wide cheek, big neck, large back ass son at 383 pounds.
This baby just big, ain't it?
With the big ankles. Would
You all crazy, Shawn.
would you forgive the parents that was watching over your robust son and fell and died?
It'll be in time.
Yeah.
In time.
Of
Not right
course,
away. I'm
I'll
gonna blame them. I'm gonna be pissed off.
Yeah, of course.
It's gonna take a long time for me to come around and forgive them.
So that means you're not forgiving them.
Right away.
And that's fine. I mean, it's fine. It's your choice. I'm gonna forgive them.
Because you can't blame them, because your son, he's
15.
15.
No, you can blame
He
them.
made
But
the
you're
judgment
supposed to
call.
watch
You're
him.
supposed to watch them. There
You're
is
supposed to
some
watch
blame.
them. I sent them with you for a reason.
Yeah,
You're supposed to
there
keep
is
my
some
child
blame,
safe.
but I can't. It's just too much to bear.
Yeah.
Even though I know the money's gonna ease the pain a little bit, I can make another, or I can adopt another 385 robust pounds. Son. You can find they got those a dime a dozen.
They got
So
more over the place.
there's a lot of 389-pound kids out there that
Waiting
are
for
13.
another-
It ain't my
And there
kids.
might be some of these parents out here might want to get rid of some of their robust sons.
Shawn, if you don't
What else you got?
I'm going to talk about good old Donald Trump.
What
Former
he
President
doing?
Trump is sitting on nearly $110 million in campaign cash at a time when his party is trying to win control of Congress, and it started to irritate some of the GOP. They're watching him raking money from persistent email solicitation to the party's small donor base and at VIP receptions connected to a full schedule of campaign-style rallies. And they see a man stockpiling a war chest of another presidential run instead of using his money to boost the party. The Trump representative did not respond to a request for a comment from NBC News on this.
Well,
Well, you know, Trump selfish. He don't care about my life.
it's
Trump is a mess. Trump was like, I'm coming back, y'all.
it's the
I'm coming back.
Well, I like to say about Narcolicious, the King 45. who I've caught heat on the show for calling him the King 45. He was the king because that's what he wanted to be, the king of America. And he was a narcissistic. He fired everybody in the FBI bureau.
Everybody.
He tried to fire the FBI. He broke protocol and was talking to the Justice Department when this is a department that the president is not supposed to talk to. Because of the way this Congress and this Constitution is set up in this country, that's why one person can't have complete power.
Thank God, because, honey, we would
So,
have been up a creek with him.
so in saying all of this, of course it makes sense that the narcolicious will want to keep, what is it, $100 million? $110 million of campaign money because he wants to run for president again. Now, he's already been president. Now, after your 8-year term, you can't run for president no more. But I guess, obviously, if you did one term, you can run again. So I guess the Republicans who, this is sad because Joe Biden is the incumbent president, so nobody's going to run against him out of all due respects for the leader of the party. Now, on the other side with the Republicans, anybody and everybody could run for president. But I don't understand why they have this fear of the king. Who was the vice president's name? What's this guy's name? I forgot his guy. What was the vice president? Donald Trump's vice president.
I don't even know.
Pence. Mike Pence.
Yeah.
Mike Pence could run for president and a whole bunch of others. So all you Republicans, never mind his $110 million, y'all going out there and run for president.
They need that
And
money.
and try to find a way to get money. He's not. Donald Trump is for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
That's why his
it.
ass is off of social media. He can never come back to social media.
Yeah.
They have continuously banned him because of his propaganda post on social media. That's not true. And a lot of these folks in this country was believing this guy. They said the election was rigged. It wasn't rigged.
He told them to drink bleach, and they did.
And he drink bleach.
Right.
He told him not to get. He told him not to get the vaccine. He got vaccinated. He lied about everything. And everybody thought he was his hero. Even now, you see the Babylonians. Even out here, they got the flags. Trump 24. So they're ready.
They are.
They're gonna vote for him. They're gonna vote for their king. They want their king to return. That's why it's so important for us to vote, because what happened, Miss Miko, a lot of these Republican states, they changed the voting laws. And that's why I keep telling you, y'all be running to some of these states that hamstring, especially black folks, from voting.
Yeah.
Y'all love to run to Florida where they can't even mention the word gay in school. Which changed the voting policy. Before you go on to your next story, Miss Miko, you run to Georgia. Boy, your black folks love. I keep saying
You
all the
got
time.
so much beef with Georgia. He
Right,
always
he does.
talking about Georgia.
Your black,
What happened to you in Georgia,
your
Shawn?
black folks, boy. The pilgrimage to Georgia is insane for me. Which is a state that has the worst voting laws in the country for black folks. Boy, y'all run down there to the Cape County like it ain't no tomorrow. And y'all sit there in Buckhead, and y'all sit there and y'all run around to the freaking clubs, and you have just found your sanctuary, black folks, in a state that has the worst voting laws in America. So what happened, Donald Trump is setting all this up for the 2024 campaign. He's restricting. He got these states, the king, there's two kings in this country right now, the governor of Florida and the governor of Texas. They have reformed the voting bills in these states that are ridiculous, and also Oklahoma, and also Arizona, and all these other states.
Yeah.
So y'all going out there and vote. Don't get it twisted. We remember, Miss Miko, we was laughing at Donald Trump when he was running for president, and on election night we were all throwing up.
Yes.
I know I was sick. I had a headache for 2 days.
Right. Sick as forever.
Barbie, how did you feel when Donald Trump won the presidency?
I was just mortified. Like, I can't believe this nonsense.
Right.
Right.
Tamiko, how did you feel the night that how did you feel the night that Donald Trump won the presidency?
I was ready to move to Canada. I was calling my family like, I'm coming with y'all. I'm moving in.
Right.
Give me some room.
Move over.
I want to ask.
Right,
I want to ask everyone in the chat room. How did you feel that night that you woke up in the morning? I stayed up to like 5 o'clock in the morning watching the results. Stunned, sick. I had a headache, and you know what really gave me a headache, young ladies, is when Hillary Clinton, that bitch ass neighbor,
Now she gotta be all that.
she didn't concede to the king.
Well, she wanted to
She
make
sat
sure.
in a room and cried.
She wanted to make sure.
She sat in a room when we needed you to be a leader. You sat in a room at a sold-out Jacob Javits Center. That place holds 6 billion people.
Sure
And you wouldn't come out to be woman enough to say that you lost to the narcolicious. And it took you 3 days to go on out somewhere else to announce that you conceded your presidency. And you still had on those same pantsuits. That's why you lost. You didn't show any legs. You didn't show no legs. We saw 14 different pantsuits and 3 different colors.
Be quiet.
And then the night that we needed you to lead,
She pulled Donald Trump on us.
the night that we needed you to come on out because we were sick, all of us, I voted for you. And I'm for sure everybody in this room did. And that night while I was sitting in that apartment, I don't know where I was because I don't know what number relationship I was in.
Shawn.
And I was throwing up, Miss Migo, at 2 o'clock in the morning, watching nonstop coverage of CNN.
Oh my God.
I see that man.
Yeah, that was hard.
Watching Wolf Blitzer hair turn beige. And I was about to cry. And at that moment, Miss Miko, I needed my Democratic leader, Mrs. Hillary Clinton, to come on out and say, Shawn, because she was only talking to me.
Oh, did you?
I wanted her to come out and say, Shawn, it's going to be all right. Like the Kendrick Lamar song. And you failed, Hillary. You failed to come out. And now, because your stupid emails and all the stuff that the Babylonians started believing that nobody voted for you. Hillary Clinton, well, you can't even run for president no more. Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't think she wants to
done
at
now.
this point.
Well, see, the thing is, before you get on to your next story, and Barbi, what were folks doing? Did they say they were doing how they was feeling at that night that Donald Trump was elected? See, the problem with Hillary Clinton, and I've always had this problem with her, Miss Migo, and I am one for having a woman president in this country. Obviously, I voted for Hillary Clinton. I was for that movement. My whole thing with Hillary, my problem was, and I shared this before, Miss Migo, was the fact that Hillary was from Arkansas.
That was your beef for her?
Right.
Like that's it,
Right.
Shawn?
She's from Arkansas? You got to think about it.
I have ADHD.
Like,
She
what?
was from Arkansas,
Yeah.
and her husband, the Bill Clinton,
Oh, Billy Bill.
William Bill Clinton, and because she wanted to fast track to the top seat in the White House, she moved to New York, where there was this Dominican congresswoman from Brooklyn and the Lower East Side that did tremendous public service in New York, and the Democratic Party of New York was grooming her to run for senator. Hillary moved to New York, and they put this woman, who's still a congressman to this day, they put her on the back burner. She was from New York City. She was a Dominican woman. She was a rising star in the Democratic Party. And you know what they told her?
What they said,
They
Shawn?
said, sit your punk ass down. Hillary's going to run for Senate because she got star power. And 6 months later, Hillary was senator of New York. Then she stayed there for 2 years. President Obama was the president, left the Senate. A 6-year term. and left in 2 years and became Secretary of State.
I mean, but that's
So
what
so what?
happened
So
when
what?
she
So
did
so
have powerful.
so wait a minute. You don't rep. You're not from New York.
She is
You
now.
don't represent the hood. You don't represent New York. You pass through.
politics,
you
Shawn.
hear me out.
Right.
You pass through.
Politics.
Is it politics?
It is.
To me, it's not politics.
That's how
To
they
me,
are.
because if it's
All them
if it's politics, you'd be like Governor Newsom of California, who could run for governor and president anytime he wants. He stays there to have reform in the state of California. Hillary wanted to fast track up the ladder without putting in that work because of her name.
But it's politics. That's how it
That's
works.
right.
It's
But
not.
you
It's
know
not
they
what you
all-
know. It's who you know.
So now
Oh,
the lady
sneaky
who
Colonel.
now the and guess what happened? She cried on election night and couldn't come out to concede to the knockalicious. Is that politics? Is
Yeah.
that politics?
It's called being a
Chris?
human being.
Because
That's right.
Being
because
defeated.
you thought you was going to be president. And you, Miss Clinton, you didn't rile up the troops.
Sure
You
did.
didn't make us feel good. You didn't have purpose. Barbi said it the other day. One of y'all said it. It was 170 million women in this country, and the women alone could have put you over the top. And then you had your assistant, Uma Abedin, if I'm saying her name right, husband, Mr. Wiener, showing his penis on Twitter.
Oh, good.
Hot Mess Express.
Right. It definitely
Hot
was.
Mess Express.
Just all outside willy nilly.
Okay? Okay?
Just
But
outside.
why you crying, Hillary?
She was
Why
heartbroken
you
that she didn't
crying?
win, Shawn.
Right.
You had a lot of
She was
effort going
emotional,
on because
Shawn.
you wanted to fast track to the White House because your husband was the president.
She was having a human moment.
You were
Shawn.
Secretary of State. You left our beloved, well, I live in Pennsylvania now, but I'm from New York. You stayed senator for 2 years. For a woman that was dedicated, and I understand moving up the ladder, I get that. But you could see how blatant Hillary Clinton was trying to fast track her punk ass right to the Oval Office.
right there.
And then you got smacked like like Chris Rock did at the Donald Trump smacked you. Democrats, get on out there and vote, and let's stop the king. Vote for Biden again. He's gonna be 3,000 years old, but vote for him again. And then Trump give the $10 million away. Okay, what else you got?
Oh, you're a mess.
Yeah.
Last but not least,
But it all makes it's but it's Miss Miko. It's facts.
facts.
It's facts.
Facts.
In my unique way, it's facts.
Sean
Hillary
spilling
Clinton
facts.
played herself.
She did. She did.
She played herself, everybody. And I voted for her. I want to see a woman president.
I did too.
I don't think women don't want to see a woman president. Women hate on each other too.
I was hoping she was gonna win.
I want to see in my lifetime what we saw. We saw an African American become president. In our lifetime, thank God for that. We saw Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and we got and then our beloved Michelle Obama. We lived to see
Love
this.
Auntie
So
Michelle.
it would have been
on TV.
it would have been amazing to see a woman president as a Democrat. But she did it all the wrong way. Continue.
A near disaster aboard a New York to Paris flight threatened passengers and the pilots. Pilots nearly lost control of their Boeing 777 during an Air France flight from New York to Paris in what French aviation investigators on Wednesday labeled a serious incident. You can hear the pilot saying, "Yes, stop, stop, stop," on the Air France flight 011. And it was supposed to land at Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris on Tuesday morning when it struck. However, the pilot was talking to air traffic control, and they allowed them to safely pull the jet back up. Once safely in the air, they circled for 10 minutes, and then they were able to land. The agency says as part of its investigation, it's obtained the black box of the cockpit voice and the recordings of the flight data information. More details will follow. A passenger said after the plane came back up, we circled 10 minutes above the airport, and the second attempt was very gentle, and we weren't jolted like we were for the first one. Me being an avid flyer, because I fly almost every month. I fly every 2 weeks. This, I think I would have peed my pants sitting in that seat.
I'd have been terrified.
I would have been afraid.
He wasn't listening.
Oh, you wasn't listening to the story? I would have been terrified of that plane going down.
They almost lost control of the plane.
Lost control of the plane at landing.
And they felt it.
Yeah, they felt it.
No, well, you haven't felt it in a minute, Barbi.
I'm like, what is Shawn doing over there?
I was over here. Look, I was just trying to go in the chat room.
Okay, Shawn, stop telling people my business. Okay.
She was trying to feel it on Sunday night, looking all cute at the Iron Mill. She was roaming the room, canvassing some penis. Now,
I guess that.
she had on some kind of Sade kind of outfit or something.
No, it was my Gatsby look. Because remember, I went to the Gatsby brunch.
Yeah.
Oh, how was the Gatsby brunch?
Yeah.
Was it good? Nice.
Well, he looked like more like Donna Summers.
Well, okay, Donna. She cute too.
Now, before we get to sports and whenever Barbie's going to do it, God bless. How many times have I said this?
What, Shawn?
What is wrong with you people? You don't listen to me. We are not supposed to be flying.
Oh, Shawn, please.
We are not supposed to be in a capsule that goes 600 miles an hour that flies 30,000 feet in the air. That's in a pressurized cabin. I know that for the invention, the Wright brothers and guys who invented flight, I get it. We need transportation, and because we're so the folks here, we look at the sky and we're like, we got to get up there and fly, and they will achieve that. So it can't be shocking that the plane starts acting up.
As it descended through the clouds.
Through the clouds? You get a little turbulence?
And you get happy when you start to see like the city vision.
You're
like, hey,
you're going to die.
Shawn, hey.
And let me tell you this right now, and I want to direct this. Thank God nobody died in this thing. I want to say this. When that plane once you get on the plane, it's a wrap. You got to give it to your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and I always do.
It's going to be a horrific ending.
And I be trying to size up the pilots on my way on too.
There's nothing you can do about that.
How you doing? What's going on? How was your day today?
And I want to say this. Okay. To my folks in first class, who when we get on the plane, you kind of look at us a little different. Because we go into the back.
We do.
This is what I'm going to say to you, all my first class people.
Don't say nothing crazy, Shawn.
This is the thing with first class. Out of all the plane crashes, Barbie Cologne and the entire earth, not one person from first class survived. So you pay $200-300 more for the same seat, but you're not in first.
The same seat.
As I sip my mimosa.
You're get to the same destination.
As I eat my lobster.
You're yelling
I don't even
the
eat
loudest.
lobster. I don't even care.
Now, first class folks, you're gonna meet your Jesus first,
right?
Because when it gets down to that nosedive,
y'all going first, baby.
Going first. I mean, we're going a second later.
I mean, but that's a second I can talk God a little bit more.
And that was another second that I saved them $300.
You know what I'm saying?
And when the insurance money is cut for us, for the deaths of everybody on the plane, whether you're in first class or in the back, it's the same money.
Same check.
You're going to get the same first class seat A or in the back seat D. You're going to get the same check.
I want to be comfortable, Shawn. I don't want to be cramped up. I want to be comfortable.
That's right. You be comfortable when you die your fiery death. And don't come running to the back of the plane.
I'm definitely running.
For leverage.
Your ass up in first class.
Because all the first class people.
Back here says
because all the first class people want to come to the back to kind of weigh out the plane.
It's not.
No, stay your ass there.
Stay back
and die first.
Right. You want to be first class? Well, be first class.
Die in
Sugarfoot.
your big giant seat.
Right.
Because it's going down.
Literally.
Get your
my
yell
God.
game out.
Hold on.
Sean,
Put your air mask
There
on.
has never been a report, Barbie Cologne,
I'm
where
going
there's
to
a
research that.
Go ahead, Barbie Cologne. They never interviewed no one after the plane class, after a fiery plane class. That one person from first class would go, "Oh my God,
He barely made it.
oh my God!
God dang.
If it wasn't for my seatbelt,
Right. No, it wasn't for this first class.
oh
seat.
man, it was first class. All six of us,
We survived.
all six of us survived. If you
That
think,
first class
and,
seat
and
saved us.
who's sitting in the ultimate first class seat? The pilots.
Right.
So all you folks in first class, you can kiss my natural black ass. Because you're dying first.
Oh, God.
What else you got?
Last but not least.
And don't take the
oh my
upgrade.
God.
You get to the airport, you go to the kiosk,
I mean,
and all of
I
a sudden
take the
they
upgrade.
pop up, hey, for another $75, you can sit in first class. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I pay $75 for 300.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
if it's gonna
Get
save
your
me a
punk
couple
ass
dollars.
in the back of the plane and die with Jesus 2 seconds later.
We might survive in the back, Sean. You got a better
Maybe.
chance to survive in
You
the
might
back.
be
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
What else you got?
Hey.
Nas released I Am 23 years ago today.
And
It
Barbie,
debuted-
hold on. And Barbie, the next time you get on the plane, when you go through there and them first class folks is looking you up and down being judgmental, you think to yourself, you're dying first.
Right.
Continue.
And don't smirk at me because I might say it to your
That's
ass.
right. You're
I
dying
do
you
a
gonna
little,
die
I do
first
do a little
plane crash.
smirk.
You're dying first.
And you gonna die first, boo. Ha! See you on the other side.
You're dying first.
I am a little judgy.
Go ahead, be judging.
Watch the next time Tamika go to first class. She gonna like, oh my God.
Let me just look out this window and mind my
God.
business.
Yeah, do that.
I'm really gonna.
Avert your eyes.
I'm really gonna die first. Continue.
Nas released I Am 23 years ago today. It debuted selling 470,000 copies in the first week, and it was later certified double platinum. It came on #1 in the Billboard. So 23 years ago today, Nas' album I Am was released.
Not one of my favorite rappers, but God bless him.
Nas is dope.
He's
Shout out
all
to
right.
Nas.
God bless him. You know, you play a contributing factor to the rap game, and you're a legend out of Queens, New York, and it was Queens of Brooklyn. He's from
He's
Queens.
from Queens.
Queens, yeah,
Queensbridge
Queens,
Projects.
Queens, New York, man, one of the flyest, one of the dopest comedians. And listen, and you played in one of the iconic movies, Belly, man. You kicked ass in Belly. That movie, Nas, man. I much respect. You was moving your wife to Africa and all that, and DMX was like, and I get it, but rap, again, when I think of Queens rappers, I always think of KRS-One for shutting all that down for 10 years. With The Bridge Is Over, which probably inspired you to rap because KRS-One came to Queens and shut y'all down. Got y'all mad. The bridge is over. The bridge is over. Okay? And that's coming from me from the Bronx. So, Queens, I got love for you, but don't get it twisted. You were shut down for 10 years. Shout out to Brooklyn. I got love for y'all. Shout out to Harlem. Shout out to New York City. Queens, you get the last shout out because y'all played yourself. And then KRS-One came and slayed you.
Oh, here we
Shout out
go.
to my beloved KRS-One, who was born in Brooklyn but raised in the
We
Bronx.
gonna go on.
Continue.
You gonna go on?
Right.
You done, Sean?
It's 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it's
Boy,
like
what you got? No, I was doing time.
Oh,
Make sure we had the time.
quick little sports.
We had to fill in a
story.
half an hour.
A junior tennis team slaps opponent in his face after a net match.
Wow.
A French player did his best Will Smith impression after a match on Monday, as in he slapped the hell out of his opponent's face in a fit of rage. Just seconds after the 15-year-old Michael Kwame lost a tilt to a 16-year-old Ralph Nee Ankara, the ITF Junior Tournament in Ghana, he reached back and slapped his opponent in the jaw. Video shows Ankara had no idea the attack was coming. In fact, the footage reveals that moments before the slap, he had actually shaken hands with Kwame. No words on why Kwame launched the open hand, but further video of the scene shows it ignited a near brawl on the court afterwards. Kwame was the first tournament's #1 seed headed into the match, which happened in the first round of the event. Ankara, meanwhile, returned to the court on Tuesday for the doubles match, but lost. He is still slated to compete in the second round of the tournament this week.
You saying somebody else got smacked?
Yes.
Tennis is turning up.
Tennis, right.
Tennis is gangster right now.
It was a little team match.
Scared in these tennis streets.
Right. The one opponent who lost was mad because he lost and slapped his opponent after the match.
Crazy.
Well, Lindsay Blair said in the chat room, I'm looking in the chat room. She said Queens could never play itself, never. Yes, you Lindsay.
No, Lindsay, girl.
Lindsay.
Them strong
Queens,
words, honey.
Queen. Now listen, if you're from, obviously I think you're from Queens. Hold on, we're going to get back to the smack. Obviously you're from Queens, you represent, and you have every right to represent your hood and your beloved Queens. But KRS-One, for facts, shut you down. Because Queens started to come out and talk reckless about y'all started hip-hop. That never happened. DJ Flowers and all those back in the days, those house heads, they wanted to come back and say, yo, we started hip-hop music in Queens. It never happened. It was well documented. High Bridge in the Bronx with the beloved. And then y'all got real sexy, and then KRS-One shut you down. I'll play the song. You know what it is. It hurts your heart to this day, Lindsay Blair.
Play the song, Sean. Play the song. Play the song.
Look at all.
He's like,
Sure.
don't promise me a good time. Sure.
They're going to kick us off, get short. Well, we have to end the show anyway. It's all right. Go ahead,
So Queens, like I said, I got love and respect for you, but we shut you down, and you know you got shut down. Lindsay, I'm not mad at you. Represent your hood. But you know the Bronx put you in a headlock back in the day. It's factual. KRS-One couldn't even come to Queens after he dropped that album. Put all of y'all to shame. And then Big Daddy Kane said recently after his battle, he said, yo, you lucky I didn't step to you, King. He said that to KRS-One. And after the performance that we saw Big Daddy Kane did in Versus, that might have been a battle for the centuries because Big Daddy Kane bust KRS-One's ass.
Sure did.
But for the rest of them, all those Roxanne Shantays and the Juice Crew. F out of here.
Sean Williams want to know
You
what
got
part of upstate
slayed.
you're from, Sean.
I'm from the Bronx, New York,
Bronx.
pimpin'.
He said,
Ain't no upstate, the Bronx, New
right.
York.
I'm like, what?
what
BX?
part of upstate you from?
BX or B next
He
or
ain't from
B next
upstate.
to BX, baby. I'm from the jungles. Where you from, bro?
Sean, you must be new here.
There's rats on my
Sean
mother's
is
block
funny.
right now, Pip. Our rats are bigger than your dogs in the Bronx.
And you can keep them
you can
rats
keep them
too.
rats.
Sean and
Okay,
Lindsay,
okay.
Sean and Lindsay, you're not even, and Bernadette, y'all not even built for Bronx life.
Keep them rats, baby.
You're not even built for it. That's why KRS-One came and slayed you.
Don't do rats.
Because y'all thought y'all was dope. Because all your parents worked for the post office and you was light skinned.
Not the post
And
office.
KRS-One, who
That was
came
a
from
good
Brooklyn,
job.
who came from the Bronx, was from the hood because we used to hang out on the 9 line on 169 in Washington. All of us. Up the block from Boston Road, player.
Mike says, Sean, relax. Juice Crew forever.
Juice Crew.
Juice Crew forever, Sean.
Name the rappers in the Juice Crew before we get back to who is it? It was Roxanne Shante, who KRS-One slayed. Big Daddy Kane. MC, oh shit, MC Shan.
Shan.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You gonna tell me that KRS-One didn't bury MC Shan?
Shan. Forgot about MC Shan. Sure enough did. Forgot about MC Shan.
No, Barbi, we gotta go. Back to the smack. This is now a cultural movement. It might be socially acceptable to get smacked.
I don't know about all that.
It might get your followers up. Since TikTok has already had all these smack challenges.
They sure did.
They did.
And for this tennis player, because now somebody's going to get smacked on the golf course.
That's
What
next.
are they saying? What are they saying?
John Greer said, all this energy Sean has, I know he took back gifts.
Facts.
Right,
Sean,
like,
that was
"Give
a
me
good
my
one.
back."
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Nope, I never gave back a gift, but I know one thing. It took 10 years for Queens to get its rep back after KRS-One slayed you. Queens. Oh, my life. Shout out to Queens. I got love for you. But you know factual what happened. Who else? Sham, MC Sham. Who's the
Coogee
juice?
Rap.
Coogee Rap.
Coogee Rap.
Who's one of the best rappers in the game back in the day. KRS-One slayed him. KRS-One said he don't need a crew. He got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's just him. You let KRS-One. Oh, let me play KRS. Where's my? You let KRS-One, one guy, slay you. You think that Brooklyn would allow that? You think that if KRS-One came to Brooklyn talking that mess and Biggie was still alive, bro? Barbi, back to the smack. Somebody gonna be smacked at the chess tournaments and kids are gonna start smacking teachers.
Lacrosse.
Lacrosse
Gonna get crazy.
Bowling.
Get spicy.
Yeah, so that's what's going on here, and this person should never play tennis again.
Yeah, it should be.
Do they have video of the open smack?
Yeah.
Let me see it.
Well, hold on.
Well, Jesus Christ. Now,
Here we
is
go.
this a new movement that everybody's smacking each other on the world stage?
Will started it. Will started the disrespect.
Will ain't started. People been smacking people before.
My
Smack,
God, look,
smack.
Mike Brown, Mike Dixon, but the DJ Red Alert, that's my guy. He's another one. Let me play some. I can't. Y'all lucky I can't.
Shawn pumped up
I'm
over
gonna play
here,
some
y'all.
freaking Carol before we get out of here.
He pumped up over here.
You lucky I got ADHD. Because I can't find nothing because Queens, I'm going to set your ass on fire again.
Queen
Barbi
quiet in
showed
the
me a
chat room.
video.
He
What-
wasn't
what
gonna
is it?
shake and say like what? Pop.
Queens, they real quiet in the chat room.
Of course Queens is quiet.
Oh goodness, he slapped little man for no reason because he lost. Don't be a sore loser, young man. Learn how to lose in grace.
Put a number 1 chat room if you enjoyed the show today. Put a number 2 if you didn't. No. Put a number 1 in the chat room if you anything else, Barbi Cologne?
Just a quick little,
Okay.
this quick last one. A youth basketball referee needed 30 stitches after a post-game attack, the tournament official has said. A referee in Georgia was punched and kicked repeatedly in the face following a Georgia youth basketball game and needed 30 stitches to stop the bleeding. Kenneth Tarver, the founder of KB Sports, excuse me, who helped put on the youth tournament in Lithuania over the weekend, says somehow the guy is doing better now. Thank God for that. The terrifying incident was captured on video on Sunday at the Love of the Game event at the Stronghold Christian Church.
Not
at
the church.
Not at church. Dang. When
Jesus.
several young players and another bystander appeared to beat the hell out of one of the referees after the game concluded. They don't know why it actually happened, but a lot of people speculating that they didn't appreciate how the ref was calling the game plays. So the losing team attacked the ref, parents and kids.
And
after the game.
this is a church league.
Well, it's not a church
horrible.
league, but it was at the church. The game was held at the church. Yeah, not the
But
church.
the name of the tournament. Did you see what the name of? Read short the name of the tournament.
It's called. The incident was captured on Sunday at the Love of the Game event.
Love of the Game event at the
At
church.
the Stronghold Christian Church.
That is
not
crazy.
a church.
Crazy.
Y'all can't listen here. If you lost, just take your L and keep it pushing. Y'all ain't got to be putting your paws on people now. Here, keep your head to yourself.
Well, church folks are always fighting anyway.
Not all of us.
Yeah, all church folks
I'll
fight. All church folks, most church folks.
Thank you for changing that. A lot of them do. I don't.
A lot of church folks. That's why you see a lot of churches out here, Barbi Cologne.
Why
And
sure?
and this is coming from somebody that don't go to church. I used to smoke weed in church back in the day. I gotta go see my mother and my aunt just right now while I said that. Let me tell you something. And the reason why is because churches have members of churches are resentful.
How they do
Church
that?
folks are some of the angriest people you ever meet.
Word. Some of them are.
Church folks
Some of them.
are some of the angriest folks
I agree.
that you will meet on this earth. I'm not mad at you. And then what happens, Barbie Cologne, they go to church and they mad because the church is successful and you have haters in the church.
Well, this wasn't
so then
church
what happened?
It just
hold on,
happened to have
I know.
been at the
hold on.
church's,
I understand. It
venue.
Barbie Cologne, all that I will lead you to the promised land.
All right, we're going to leave it because I don't like how you're trying to cover my church people. Okay.
Church people.
Hold up.
It's funny. I'm about to go see the pastor of my mother's church right now.
Oh,
So
my God.
This is hilarious.
Get a pass.
Church people, now they listening right now. Mom and Reverend Crawford, I'm on my way. They in the Poconos right now. My mother and my aunt and the Reverend, the good Reverend. And all. Church folks are resentful. Some of them, Barbie Cologne. And I'll tell you why. That's why you see multiple churches. You think that there's a small percentage of multiple churches out here to serve the purpose of the Lord.
And you get some who
Most of these multiple churches spring up because of resentments of the members in the church, and they don't like the church, and there ain't nothing wrong with the church, and they move on and start another church. Comparison to someone being a pastor of a church and another church hiring them. So you got 5 churches around the corner because the members of the church, 5 of them that was disgruntled, started their own church. So they want to have a basketball game, Barbie Cologne, at the church.
They fighting at the church.
not at the
And
church.
That is horrible.
Hey,
And he got stitches, Sean. That was a
Third
brawl.
They whooped
That
his
was
tail.
brutal. That's a
Right.
brawl.
They stomped him in his face.
Miss Miko, it's like Will Smith.
Sore losers.
Like Will Smith, who smacked Chris Rock, he smacked them in a safe environment in a sanctuary. Church is a safe environment to get your ass kicked.
No, it wasn't safe.
And because of the resentment of some of these folks in church, they start their own church, and then the resentment goes to these activities, and then you got the whole church and the pastor and everybody in the church. And guess what? The basketball team beats up the referee, right? Who did they beat up?
The referee.
They beat the referee up, and it's sponsored by the church. And it's sponsored by the church. I want to give this message before we
I
leave
don't
too.
want to say it's sponsored by the church.
I want to say this.
They allowed them to rent the space. Sure.
I want to say this before we leave. God bless y'all. To all my resentful churchgoers, you're out there. It's your boy Shawn Harvey. You want to call in 570-982-6950? I want you to knock it off. If you don't like the church you go to, just go to another church. Don't start a whole nother church.
Sean.
Why would you want to start a whole nother
They
church?
definitely starting other new churches.
There's so many new churches.
They're definitely doing
I was
that.
in South Carolina last week for 12 hours, and in 12 hours, I went past 17 churches in a town that only had 200 people in it.
You know, you get them people who I can tell you what the Lord said better than the last person
Exactly.
did.
So what they do
You know, you
is they
get them-
start a church.
You get
And
them.
what does it do? It dilutes the message.
Pretty much. A lot of times it does.
So I blame you, Barbie Cologne, and all the others.
Don't blame me because I ain't got nothing to do with Barbie Cologne, baby.
And Tamiko and all
You
the
don't
others
see me going out there trying to go to church.
that run around there
Okay.
and you go to church.
I don't go to church.
And then
I've
you
been at the
get
same
mad.
church since I've been a little kid.
And the pastor of the church, shout out to my cousin. I'm about to go see him now, Reverend Frederick Crawford, has a successful church. They'll be mad at the good pastor and then go around the corner. And every time people start off a church, Miss Miko is in this little room with 7 chairs.
7 chairs.
No potato salad.
Storefront.
Storefront with the gate.
Yep. With the shutters.
With the sign over there with the Jesus Christ crucifix. You know, let's knock it off. If your pastor in the church is fine, it's you. There's nothing wrong with the church. And then what you got to do? You got to drag your family and your wife to this new church. And Barbie Cologne, since have you been to church since COVID? You don't go to church no more, do you? No, she doesn't go.
That's okay. I was in 2 Sundays
He
ago.
answered for you. He said, "Don't go."
Barbie,
I was just there 2 weeks ago.
and when was the last time you did before 2 weeks ago? About a year.
A couple months before
So, and then church was closed during COVID, right?
Yeah, it was
so
still
there you go.
online.
So you haven't
It's
been
still
there.
online.
Right. So you haven't been to church 3 times in what in 2 years? Safe to say.
something like that.
So
4
right. So you don't go
times,
to church.
I go to church on Sunday mornings.
Right.
Bedside Baptist, baby.
Yeah. Bearside Baptist.
Bedside Baptist. I'll be on live watching.
Lindsay Blair
No
said.
Bedside?
Bedside. Bed.
Wait.
Like I'm in my bed watching church. Yeah.
So the name of your church
It's
is
Bedside Baptist.
Bedside Baptist Church?
Yeah.
As she watches in the bed on Sunday.
Right.
No, the name of my church is not bad.
I
That's
thought
just,
you said.
I just said that because I have not
Oh,
physically
what's the
been
name
to the
of the
building. It's called
church?
St. Paul Youth
Oh, we thought that was the name of the church.
Okay, yeah, that's what I asked you. You
Center. St.
said
Paul Life Center.
what's the name of the church?
St. Paul Life Center.
St. Paul
Newark.
Life Center. Shout out to those folks over there.
Right, but I call
Is
it
this-
Bedside
is
Baptist
this-
because I watch it in
is
my
this
bed
a-
on Sunday
Is
mornings.
this a Baptist church?
Yeah.
So your Holy Ghost in there?
Well, all the time. I want Holy Ghost in any church I go to if the Spirit
you
move,
might,
okay?
you might be Holy Ghosting out. Miss Mingo, when the last time you been to church? It's been a minute.
I have not been to worship since 2000.
The year 2000.
Yeah.
I've been to church before COVID. 19. Damn, Miss Mingo, that's 2000. That's a generation. I went
I'm kidding, Shawn. 2020 since COVID started.
since COVID time.
Yeah.
And what was the name of the church you went to?
Kingdom Hall.
Oh, you Jehovah's Witness?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Kingdom Hall.
Yep.
Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah.
Oh, well, shout out to them.
Yeah.
We're
Coming to your doors, y'all. Get ready.
Oh my God.
Coming back.
When the Jehovah's used to come to my door and they open up the door,
We knocking.
We have, and you know what? I have full conversations with them.
Good for you.
I used to sometimes, depending on my mood.
No,
If
no,
I'm
no.
in a good
I-
mood,
I would-
we'll chat it up.
No, I was conversating with them about everything else other than what they were.
That's
other than what
okay,
they were
too.
knocking on the door for.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
you ain't
I-
gonna
I
chat
would-
it
We
up.
like some
But
current
I hear
events.
you. I hear you.
One to open up the door when I was living in the Bronx. I was like, my neighbor over here, these roaches are crazy because they coming underneath my door into
I'm like-
my apartment. What did you witness that?
We ain't come back to this neighbor house. That's what they say. We
they
ain't come back here.
we're going to come back and weigh you down.
All right, so guys, anything else? None.
That is all.
Okay, well, check this out, man. We really appreciate you guys so much. I got a major announcement to make about this show in the next coming weeks. And hopefully you guys are here for that. So we definitely appreciate you and thank you so much. You guys look at the third camera over there, and we're going to say good. Put a number 1 in the chat room if you enjoyed the show. Put a number 2 if you didn't. Put a number 1 in the chat room if you enjoyed the show. Put a number 2 if you didn't.
HIE Entertainment. We're about business.
She got me backing up again. She made me feel like she's my best friend. She got me backing up again. She made me feel like she's my best friend. I never thought that it would happen, that I found myself losing my true love. I thought that this was gonna last forever. I guess the love took just a wrong turn, until I found this angel from heaven, with a smile that brightens up the whole place, with an attitude that's so sophisticated. That's why I had to have her, 'cause I know she got me backing up again. One more time, she made me feel like she's my best friend. She got me backing up again, She made me feel like she's my best friend. I'm glad to have a woman like this that made me feel just like a new man. From dating all the women around the world, so I guess she is the one to change my game plan. But I don't have no problem with the changing from the bad to the good ways. They say good things come to those who waited. I'm happy to be patient. Now I'm good. She I'm glad that you're my lady. Your love just drives me crazy. I can't place no one above you.
Big shout to my son, Big Homie Hill. I see you.